Hey everyone, today we're diving into the Nuphy Field75HE, a 75% layout keyboard featuring rapid trigger technology, an impressive 8000Hz polling rate and a 2000Hz scan rate. It's loaded with dials, buttons and knobs, and it also features some top-notch web-based software. And this is actually the first keyboard that made me set my Wooting aside. The unboxing experience is straightforward but satisfying. Inside the box you will find the essentials: the keyboard, a dust cover, a USB-C cable, a keycap and switch puller, and a few extra keycaps for Mac users. Nothing flashy, but everything you need is there. The Field75HE comes in two variants: Gateron Magnetic Whites for $150 and Gateron Magnetic Jades for $175. If you're debating between the two, here's a quick comparison. Jades are generally smoother, less wobbly and provide a more solid sound, but they also have a shorter travel distance. If that's not a big concern for you, the Whites are still a great option. Design-wise, the Field75HE really stands out. It features 3 knobs, 8 remappable buttons, exploded arrow and function keys, and even a handle. The color scheme is a mix of futuristic and classic tones, with grey, white and orange elements that I'm really into. Around the case you will notice some small printed slogans. They are a bit corny, but subtle enough to not be bothersome. The bottom of the keyboard includes flip-out feet, a shiny badge and large rubber feet. Nuphy also offers plenty of add-ons, like extra keycaps, matching desk mats and a sleek wrist rest, allowing you to fully customize your setup. The build quality of the Field75HE is impressive, especially for a keyboard made with ABS plastic. The finish is smooth and solid, giving it a premium feel. The keycaps are made out of thick double-shot PBT with vibrant colors and a clean print that adds to the overall quality. However, I did notice that the volume knob has a bit more play than I would like it to have, and the mode switch requires a bit too much force to operate. The extra keys and dials on this keyboard make it a true eye-catcher. Located at the top left, there's a super satisfying volume knob that not only controls your audio, but also functions as a mute button if you press on the side of it. It's designed to feel just right every time you use it. Right beside it, you will find 2 additional dials. One for tweaking your RGB lighting effects and brightness, and the other one for seamlessly switching between different profiles. These profiles can be customized to suit various activities, whether you're typing, gaming, or engaged in any other task, or even on a different operating system. In addition to these dials, there are extra keys thoughtfully placed on the left side and below the spacebar, ensuring they're always within easy reach during use. While you can currently remap these keys for basic functions like media controls or RGB adjustments, the ability to set up macros isn't available yet. However, Nuphy has promised that future software updates will introduce more advanced features, including a macro support, to enhance functionality even further. The typing experience on the Field75HE is smooth and enjoyable. The stiff, non-flexible tray mount is something I actually prefer, especially for gaming. What I also like is that the keyboard comes with cherry profile keycaps, which provide an excellent row separation, making them comfortable for both typing and gaming. However, the typing angle is a bit steep, likely due to the longer front lip and the thick rubber feet, but Nuphy's wrist rest should make it a lot more comfortable. The stabilizers come generously looped right out of the box, and the spacebar features a ghost bar dampener that keeps it quiet while providing a soft, satisfying rebound. The south-facing LEDs are also a nice touch, ensuring that there's no interference with different keycap profiles, so you can swap them out however you would like to. But if you're into modding, your options are limited due to the seamless design with no visible screws. For that reason, I didn't bother opening it. Inside, however, Nuphy claims the board is packed with poron plate and case foam, and a silicone dampener all the way at the bottom. All of these elements come together to produce a really pleasant stock sound. And even though it sounds great, I believe a polycarbonate plate could have made it even sound better. Unfortunately, in my opinion at least, aluminum plates tend to amplify the less desirable sound acoustics of these magnetic switches. The web-based software Nuphy.io is another feature I really appreciate. It makes managing the 3 configurable profiles straightforward. Even when you're in one profile, the software detects if you switch to a different mode, allowing for easy adjustments. Within each profile, you can access categories like key bindings, which let you remap all your keys and buttons to your preferences and set up multiple function layers. The volume knob and RGB dial, however, aren't customizable. And under trigger settings, you can fine-tune actuation points, rapid triggers and dead zones for each key. Actuation points range from 0.1mm to 4mm with the magnetic whites, and you can adjust the rapid trigger in steps as low as 0.02mm. While you might miss features like snap tap, SOCD or Rappy Snappy, Nuphy has assured me that they are working on adding these and more improvements to the software, which I think is really exciting. On the same trigger settings page, there's a section called Switch Selection that lets you recalibrate based on the switch you're using. I found this a bit confusing compared to Wooting, which auto recalibrates once turned on, but maybe that can be added in a future update. In the Lightning tab, you'll find extensive customization options for the RGB. You can choose different modes, custom colors, speed and brightness, but I have to mention that per key RGB customization isn't supported. Finally, the mode settings offer various options, with tick rate, anti-wobbliness and polling rate being the most interesting in my opinion. These allow you to optimize the keyboard's performance even further. In the top right corner of the software, you will find language options and a settings tab where you can export and import keyboard profiles, reset the keyboard and update the firmware. I appreciate that Nuphy includes patch notes with updates, so you always know what's new. When it comes to performance, the Field75HE truly excels. In game, I didn't experience any hiccups or stuttering, the keyboard performed flawlessly and felt incredibly responsive. It's on par with the Wooting 60HE and technically it's even faster in terms of latency, thanks to the 8000Hz polling rate and 2000Hz scan rate. However, the difference is very small. The Wooting has a latency of around 1.2 milliseconds and the Field75HE has a latency of around 0.6 milliseconds, so it's not something you will likely notice without specialized tools like an XLUT. What really stood out to me was how convenient the extra keys are. They're easily accessible, and since they can be remapped to any key, it makes them a great addition for gamers, or maybe even for creative or productive people if they add macro functionalities in the future. Overall, just like with the Wooting, I have absolutely no complaints about the keyboard's performance. It's actually outstanding. So if you're into the futuristic design, appreciate the great stock sound and want top tier performance without the need for heavy modding or don't even plan to mod your keyboard, then the Field75HE is definitely a solid choice. However, I would love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and don't miss my shorts for quick unboxing videos of new gear.